Hello and welcome to my science tutorials. In today's video, we want to look at the subtraction of three-digit numbers. So without further ado, let's begin. So let's start by looking at an example. So we are to subtract 662 and 452. So we subtract 452 from 662. Alright, so what is going to be our answer over here? So to do that, we write down our number 662, then we have 452. We make sure all of them are well aligned. Now we have to note that this is our ones column, this is our tens, and this is our 100. Okay, so for us to do the subtraction, we bring our subtraction sign here. We subtract the ones column, then we move on to subtract the tens column, and then we move on to subtract the hundreds column as well. So over here we have 2 at the top. 2 minus 2 will give us 0 for the ones column. So we move on to the tens column. 6 minus 5, that will give us 1. So we have 6 oranges. You give out 5 oranges, you'll be left with 1 orange. Now let's move on to the hundreds column. We have 6 over here, we have 4 over here. So 6 minus 4, that will give us 2. So our final answer over here is 210. Alright, so let's have a look at another example. So we have 519 minus 290. What is going to be our answer over here? So we do the exact same thing. We have 519, then we have 29 and 0. We bring our subtraction sign over here. So we start by subtracting the ones column as usual. So I have 9 minus 0. I have 9 oranges. Nothing has been taken out of it. So I still have 9 oranges left for my ones column. Now we move on to the tens column. We have 1 here minus 9. It is not possible. So I have 1 orange and I'm supposed to give 9 out. It's not possible. So I have to borrow to add to my 1 so that I have more apples to give out. So I borrow 1 from the hundreds column. I borrow 1 over here. So if I borrow 1 from here to the tens column, it becomes 10. So I add 10 to the 1 over here. So if I borrow 1 from here, I'm left with 4. That 1 will come over here and then it becomes 11. So the 1 and this 1 over here, it becomes 11. That means the 1 that I borrowed from the 5 onto the 1 over here was 10. So 10 plus 1 becomes 11. So now 11 minus 9, that will give me 2. Because 9, 10, 11. So that is 2. So I write down my 2 over here. Now if I come to the hundreds column, I am left with only 4 and 2. So 4 minus 2, that will give me another 2. So this becomes my answer for 519 minus 290. Alright, so let's have a look at more examples. So we have to find the difference between 359 and 310. Now note that subtraction in mathematics is the same as difference. So if you have a question that say find the difference between, let's say, A and B, it means you have to subtract the numbers A and B. Find the difference or do the subtraction of the numbers A and B. So we have to find the difference between 359 and 310. So let's look at that. Writing them in our column manner, we have 359 and then 310. We have our subtraction sign here, then we underline them. Now I have 9 in the ones column. 9 minus 0 will give me 9 because nothing has been done to it, nothing has been taken out of the 9. So we are still left with 9. Now under the tens column, I have 5. So 5 minus 1, that will give me 4. Now, under the hundreds column, I have 3 and 3. 3 minus 3 will give me 0. So my answer over here is 49. This becomes my answer for this particular example. Now let's have a look at another example. We have 663 minus 421. Let's have a look at that. So I have 663 here, and then 421. So let's find the difference. So over here, under the ones column, I have 3 and 1. So 3 minus 1, that will give me 2. Under the tens column, I have 6 and 2. So 6 minus 2, that will give me 4. Now I come to the hundreds column. So 6 minus 4, that will give me 2 again. So I have 2, 4, 2 here as my answer after subtracting 663 and 421. Alright, let's have a look at 2 more examples and we end this tutorial. So say I have 590 minus 271. What is going to be my answer over here? So we do the exact same thing. 590, 271. Mind you, this is our ones, this is our tens, and then this is our hundreds. So in doing the subtraction, we subtract the ones column first, then we move on to the tens, and then we move on to the hundreds. Alright, let me quickly erase those guys at the top. Okay, so over here I have under the ones column 0 minus 1. It is not possible to subtract 1 out of nothing because 0 here is nothing. I have no oranges at all that I'm supposed to give an orange out, so I have to go and borrow. So I come here to the tens column to borrow. The nearest number to the ones is the tens column, so I come here to borrow. If I borrow 1 from here, I'll be left with 8, and I bring that 1 to the 0 over here. That 1 and then the 0 becomes 10, because like I said, the number you borrow onto the previous number, it is 10. So the one I borrowed from the 9 over here is 10. If I bring it to the ones column over here, it becomes 10 plus 0, which is 10 over here. So 10 minus 1, that will give me 9. So I have my 9 over here. So under the tens column, I'm left with 8 over here, not the 9 again, 8. So 8 minus 7, that will give me 1. Now I come to the hundreds column. 5 minus 2, that will give me 3. So 590 minus 271 will give me 319. Alright, let's have a look at another example. So I have 380 minus 192. What is going to be our answer? So I write my numbers 380 and then 192. I bring my subtraction sign here and I underline them. So just like the example we saw earlier, over here I have 0 minus 2. It is not possible for me to subtract 2 out of nothing, so I need to borrow. In borrowing, I borrow from the 8 over here, I'm left with 7. The one that I borrowed over here, I bring it over here, it becomes 10. So 10 minus 2, I am left with 8 over here. Now I come to this column. Now I am left with 7. 7 minus 9 is not possible. You get negative number, which we are not doing over here. So what I'll do is I'll borrow 1 again from the 3 over here. So I borrow 1 from here, I'm left with 2. That one that I borrow, I bring it in front of the 7 over here and it becomes 17. So now I have 17. 17 minus 9, that will give me 8. So 17 minus 9 here is 8. Now I come to the hundreds column. I have 2 here. 2 minus 1 will give me 1. So 380 minus 192 will give me 188. So thank you so much for watching. This is how we subtract 3-digit numbers to get our difference or our answer. So thank you once again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.